Well, Greeley has lots of things for its residents and people who are visiting to do, and in the month of May we have yet another event, or actually several events for you to attend, and it's talking about some of the places that are here in Greeley, and we want to celebrate those with Historic Preservation Month in the month of May. And here to tell us more about those events and activities for you to take part in, we have Betsy Kellums, who's the City of Greeley's Historic Preservation Specialist. Great to have you here again.
Thank you, Amy. It's nice to be here.
Now, I know that I always get that email from you saying, hey, May is Historic Preservation Month. I want to get on to Inside Greeley and talk about all the things that we have coming up. And to start off, we have an event that's going to be happening in the month of May on May 10th.
Yes, we are having our annual Historic Preservation Month event on May 10th, Thursday, and it's going to be called Preserve, Repurpose, Benefit, How to Take Advantage of Government Incentives for Preservation. It starts at 6:30. Well, the doors will open at 6:30.
Okay.
There will be light refreshments. People will have a chance to kind of mingle and see the Historic Preservation Month poster. And then at 7, the Historic Preservation Commission will present awards for historic preservation in Greeley for contributions to historic preservation, for excellence in historic preservation.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the presentation of the awards, the speakers will talk about incentives related to historic preservation.
Now, this is actually a really great topic, and those who are looking at taking their property, whether it's a home or a business or building or what have you, this is a great resource, and folks don't always know about the resources that you have, or that you at least have information about, that can maybe help them along as far as incentives and those kinds of things.
Right. Well, we will be having Ron and Lindy Thompson talking about the State Historic Tax Credit Program for use for rehabilitating historic buildings. Drew Notestein will also be talking about the tax credits, as well as his city's the refunded building permit fees. And then Deborah Chastain, who is a property owner in downtown, is going to talk about the low interest loan program that she and her husband took advantage of for their historic building.
So these are people who are in the know, they've taken part in this, and they have an idea, so some good information there. And ironically, maybe not ironically, it's going to be held right here at the Greeley Ice House, which is why we're standing here today.
Yes, it will be up in the meeting room upstairs, and we will be having refreshments, and it's free and open to the public. No reservations are required.
Now, I want to make sure that we give a kudos out to a couple of your recipients that are receiving those awards. For anyone who might not be able to make it to the event, I'd like to recognize them today. So I know that we have a couple that you'll be awarding.
Yes, the Historic Preservation Commission would like to recognize Heather Bean for getting the Greeley Elevator Building designated on the Greeley Historic Register.
Great.
And then rehabilitating it for reuse as a distillery while respecting the historic character and features of the building. They would also like to recognize the Green Earth Brewing Company for rehabilitating and reusing the building at 725 10th Street.
Yeah, that's a brand new. Well, actually, both of them are kind of brand new that have happened. So that's great for them to be recognized. And like you said, kind of repurposing those buildings and keeping that history here in downtown Greeley. Another event that's going to be coming up, which is that always popular History Brown Bag, and that's going to be held on May 24th.
Yes, Kim Grant, the Colorado Preservation Inc. Endangered Places Program Director, will be coming to Greeley to do a presentation about the Endangered Places Program in Colorado, which will also include highlighting a couple of the properties in the Greeley area that were listed on the Endangered Places list and have been saved.
And I think people will be surprised at the places that we've already missed, that are already gone, but then I love seeing an opportunity for us to keep and preserve what we have already. So that's another great one. Those are free, and I'm assuming that is held at the Greeley History Museum.
That is correct.
Okay, awesome. All right, a couple other things we want to make sure we mention. The walking tours are going to be starting up here pretty soon. It'll be the month of June and July, so people need to throw on those shoes and mark their calendars.
Yes, we will be having several walking tours in June and several in July. The first one will be June 11th, and it will be an adaptive reuse tour starting at the depot at 6:30. And then on Monday, June 18th, Shiloh Hatcher is going to be leading a tour about trees at Lynn Grove Cemetery. On July 9th, we will be having a tour about the Creative District and historic preservation. And then on July 30th, we're going to be having a special event. It's a walking tour, but it's actually going to be a sit-in because it's the Chautauqua related event.
Okay.
And the Chautauqua theme this year is the 1960s.
Okay, all right. So Historic Preservation Month, the whole month of May. You can make sure that you check out those events on May 10th and May 24th. Betsy, great having you again. And hopefully folks will make it out to at least one or possibly all of the events that you're holding this month.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here.
All right, so for more information, for updates on events that are happening, as well as walking tours and some more of those history round bags, head to greeleygov.com/HP.